This morning, our Jee-Yun Lee has a really plum assignment. She's learning everything you need to know about the Jamaican patty.
I love a Jamaican patty, especially if it's inside a piece of cocoa bread. Let's go live now to Jee-Yun Lee, who's at JunePlum by Patois on Dundas Street. We're just stepping inside. Feels like you've landed in the heart of the islands. Gee, you are all fooded out. Yesterday, CNE. Today, Jamaican patties. How lucky are you?
Yeah, you know what, you're right. And you're right, Jen, about stepping into the islands. This is JunePlum, and it's a really wonderful mix of Asian, Caribbean culture. It's a pop-up, it's a retail shop, and you'll see local businesses like their products being featured here. But what's really cool is they have Jamaican patties, not only for people, but for dogs. And that's why Zeppelin and all his friends are gathered here. We're going to go inside and meet Chef Craig Wong, who has made these Jamaican patties for dogs. Good morning, Craig. Hi.
Good morning. Thank you for coming.
Of course. How cool is this? Our host, Jen, was saying, I feel like I'm stepping into the Caribbean. Because it is really like this celebration of Asian Caribbean culture.
You know, I always saw the modern day patty shop being something where it's just not just patties and drinks, but you also get a little something, and there's always a little bit of elements of some people selling CDs outside, or a little bit of clothing, or some cool stuff that you wouldn't find normally. So we think of this place as almost like a community hub in addition to like a modern Jamaican patty shop.
I love it. And so if you come here, you can get Jamaican patties, but you're making one for dogs.
We are, we can't leave our furry friends out in the cold.
Right.
And so we make sure that we have all the tasty patties that they really enjoy as well too. And it's made with all natural ingredients like carrots and sweet potatoes and lean ground beef. And then we leave out all the ingredients that they don't take too well to like alliums like onions and garlic and minimal salts and sugars, and like we just eliminate all that stuff.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And then you can actually buy it fresh, but you can also buy it frozen?
You can.
You can.
Absolutely.
So if you're hosting a little mini dog party, you can buy them for your guests.
100%. And it's really inspired by just like us having tasty food for ourselves.
Yes.
And then we had a guest that came in that had some special needs, and they had a service dog as well too. And so we were like, we want to feed their service dog. And then that's when we came up with patties for dogs.
I love it.
Yeah.
So then, how is this different from, let's say, the other patties that you make for people?
Yes. So it's all natural ingredients. Yeah. There's beef, there is sweet potato, there is carrots, but we just leave out all the ingredients that the doggies don't do too well with. Like that's the onions, the garlics, salt, sugar, like all that stuff.
What's the response been like?
People love it, and like the doggies really enjoy it, and most times like they gobble it up, and like it's just gone in a matter of seconds.
Well, you have a hungry group of dogs here.
And we got lots of patties for you.
Okay, so let's bring them out. I'm going to see if Zeppelin. Now, I have to warn you, Zeppelin is really picky.
Yeah.
But let's see. Okay, Zeppelin.
I have yet to meet a dog that didn't love our Jamaican patties.
Okay, let's
you guys want to feed some? These are my boys. This is Miles and Knox.
Hi, Miles.
You
Hi,
feed
Knox.
The ducks?
Okay, so I've given it to Zeppelin.
Oh. Hey guys. Hi.
Oh my goodness.
Are you into it?
Are you devouring it?
Lots of patties. Here.
Another one?
Here you go.
There you go.
Here.
Let's see. Okay, this is where Zeppelin is hilarious, okay? Look at Zeppelin. So what he wants to do is he wants to bury it and hide it somewhere so that nobody else gets it, so he's not going to eat it. Craig, I got to show you. Look at Zeppelin. So you know what he's doing? He's hiding it. Yeah, so he wants to go somewhere and bury it so the other dogs don't get it. That's why he's not chewing
I like it. I like it. Resourceful.
Resourceful. What a great idea. Jamaican beef patties for dogs. Who thought of that? Hey, if you want more information, come on down. It's JunePlumToronto.com. But you can come down, meet the doggies, get some beef patties for yourself. stick around because we're going to talk to Craig. I don't know if you know, he's a big deal. He's also a judge on MasterChef Canada. So we'll be talking about his hit show and his restaurant. We're going to learn how to make the beef patties as well. Oh, the food is on the way. So in our earlier segment, we saw the Jamaican beef patties for dogs. Now we're going to learn how to make them for people. Yay! We have Chef Craig Wong here. You have Patois next door, and then we're in JunePlum, which is the retail shop. And you sell some of the frozen foods here as well, right?
We do, yeah. We actually sell our patties also at Scotiabank Arena in the executive suites as well too. So I wanted to actually fold one with you. I bet you've never folded a patty before.
Not a patty, but I've done lots of mandu, which is a Korean version of a dumpling.
Yes, excellent. All right, so what we do is we actually braise our smoked brisket in oxtail gravy. And then we freeze it, and we make it, and you see those big chunks of meat in there?
Yes.
This is all frozen together so that we get that perfect round shape. And like in here, you're gonna notice, like there's big chunks of meat. This is not just like a typical kind of saucy Jamaican beef patty filling.
Okay.
And then what we start doing is we put a little bit of water in here as well too. And I put it on all four sides if you want to do the same.
This is very similar to what we do with dumplings.
Yeah. And then you fold up the corners like this, and that just meets right in the middle. And then you bring this one up, and it just meets over there in the corner. And then it just kind of cinches together. And the whole key is think about pushing air out and sticking together. So that's the whole key to making this whole process. And every single one of our patties is handmade as well too. And that's how we make sure that each one is high quality and staying together. Exactly. Look at that. You're fast.
I love how
you
did this more of like, it's a combination of the beef patty, but it kind of looks like a gigantic dumpling.
Kind of like a crab rangoon.
Yes,
exactly. And so see what I'm doing is I'm bringing this up and I'm closing it in, and I'm making sure that I'm trying to keep it as nice and presentable as I possibly can, and that's how it stays together. So these are butter laminated sheets of patty dough. So traditionally Jamaican patties are using like beef suet. It's a bit cheaper. It's a bit but the butter has great flavor and it gives it great texture as well. And so what I like to do is I like to put that onto here as well too. And then we're gonna bake these ones up, and they're gonna have them in the future segments.
I just laughing because yours is so perfect,
but
and then mine looks a little bit.
This is what they look like
lopsided.
afterwards, right? And then like naturally everybody takes them like this, and then they break them open just like that. And this is where you see it's steaming hot. It's full of big chunks of smoked brisket in oxtail gravy. You want to split this one with me?
Yeah. I want to try this.
You want to try the
it.
dough? So then on here, and we actually even have like several different varieties. We got a vegan one as well too, if you want to try this one.
Oh, that's great.
So this one is a coconut callaloo rundown. This one is smoked beef brisket in oxtail gravy. And then we even have some curry goat and potato as well too.
Oh my gosh. This is so good.
Amazing.
I love oxtail. This is delicious.
The reason that we do this shape is that we have way more of those crispy edges, and we can fill it with more of that juicy beef filling as well too.
I love it. And then of course, let's walk out to the front because you are making these patties for dogs as well.
We are.
And what is the difference between the patties for people and the patties for dogs?
So the patties for the dogs are made with same high quality natural ingredients. There's ground beef, there is sweet potatoes, there's carrots, but the difference is that we take out any ingredients that are harmful for the dog. So no alliums, like no onions, no salt and sugars, like no garlic. It's just stuff that is great and wholesome for the furry friends.
I love it. Okay, and I've got a piece here. It's going to be madness as the dogs. Okay. Here. What a great idea. So you can come to JunePlum. You can buy these fresh, but you can also get them frozen.
Absolutely. Easy to bake at home as well too.
Love it. Kids, what do you think? You like hanging out with the dogs? Yeah? Good? Okay, so if you want more information, JunePlumToronto.com. You can get them for the dogs, you can get them for yourself. So delicious. Stay tuned because Craig is going to teach us a really easy dish that you can make at home for the entire family. You know, we were lucky enough to sample the Jamaican beef patties made by Chef Craig Wong. They're delicious, by the way. You can come pick them up at at JunePlum, and they also make a version for dogs. And now we've got the kids here. These are Craig's kids.
Yeah.
Hey,
this
Craig.
is Milo.
Milo, can you wave?
This is Knox.
Hi.
Say hi, guys.
Hi. And clearly, they have been prepping food themselves at a very young age.
Yes, and so like this is actually one of the first times I get to be on camera with the two boys at the same time for one of these spots. But I'm going to show you one of my most meaningful, but probably the most simple dish that I've ever shown you guys.
Okay.
And like this is something that we do in our family at home. I love to get them connected to the food and seeing the ingredients. And I think it's just about making food as fun as possible. Healthy, tasty, delicious, whole ingredients like carrots and cheese and raspberries, and I let them cut it up themselves because that way they see it. Thank you. And then they share it. Sharing food is love.
Yeah.
And this way we just get these little divided containers.
Yes.
And I love these ones from Melly because like we can just insert these little things in here, and it just divides them so that no matter how many of these little tasters you have, it's just family friendly.
Let's show the tools here because they're kid friendly, right? So Knox, can you hold that up to the camera?
What do you got there? The wavy cutter?
A wavy cutter?
Yeah, waffle
and then
tips.
Yours is very cool. Why does it have this little circle here?
So this is actually a knife that I bought for Milo before he was even born. Yeah, and then it's a safety feature. Milo, you want to show them how you hold it and how you can cut? Show them how I taught you
and
to slice.
how does this prevent injuries? It just
you can hold it and the finger stays locked in there so it doesn't slip onto the blade.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then let's look at your technique here.
Show the
Milo.
technique,
I was
Milo.
so blown away.
What do you call this?
Look at his fingers.
Thumb tucked behind the first fingers, and he's doing like a claw. And then that way it keeps his fingers away from getting cut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys continue cutting.
Yeah.
Chef.
But the way I see it is that it's so easy for kids to reach for chips and for gummies and for candies. So the battle that I have is I need to make this as easy to reach as possible.
Yeah.
So everything in here, like the cherries are pitted, everything is like bite-sized, ready to eat.
Let's talk about MasterChef Canada.
Yes.
You are a judge with Mary Berg
and Hugh Atchison.
It's going to premiere in October.
Yes.
What was the experience like for you?
Oh my gosh, it was such a treat to film. Like, they're such great people, and we have a great dynamic between us. I love Mary and her brightness. I love Hugh and his food knowledge. And there's $100,000 on the line for these home cooks. So to see the progression of these home cooks starting out and then climbing and learning and taking the lessons that we've taught them and the instructions, and you just see their skills evolve as it goes on. It is a real fun ride to watch.
I love the dynamic between all three of you. I know you can't give anything away, but can you tell us about this upcoming season? Can you give us a little hint of what it's going to be like?
I was super happy filming it, and it's real genuine people. I can tell you that the competition is super real. Like, the timing is real, like the amount of time that they're investing. These are long days, and there's a lot of training for them. So I really respect all the competitors and the home cooks, and they really put in a ton of work.
And with each episode, are you seeing certain cooks and getting better?
You definitely will see that, and you'll see the ones that don't listen, and you'll see what happens as well too.
Okay, you gotta listen to the judges.
We're not gonna steer you in the wrong way, I promise.
All right, so MasterChef Canada premiering in October. Grand prize, $100,000.
$100,000.
Wow. Okay, and then Milo and Knox, can you wave to the camera? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, more to come. We're here at JunePlum. This is their studio, Hardo Studios, which is upstairs.
Kitchen studio.
Kitchen studio. Love it. Yeah, this is a real celebration of Jamaican Caribbean culture, and that's what this is all about here at Patois. So we talked about JunePlum. They had those amazing patties for dogs. This is Patois, which is next door, and Chef Craig Wong joins me now. And I think a lot of people don't realize there's a real rich history of Jamaican Chinese culture.
There is, and even just last night we had one of our guests come in and They're like, I had no idea that you're Jamaican. And I said, this is a pretty interesting concept for somebody to open up if they don't have roots from the islands, you know. But my whole family goes back 3 generations to Jamaica and over 100 years of history in Jamaica. So
your parents were born in Jamaica?
Their parents were born in Jamaica, and even their parents were born in Jamaica. I'm the first generation to be born in Toronto.
But you have relatives still living in Jamaica.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I have a ton of them, and I go visit them as much as we possibly can.
Okay, so when you come to Patois, you see that fusion of the 2 cultures.
That is, and at the same time, we're a very Toronto restaurant. The way I describe it is, my background is in fine dining, French cuisine, worked in Michelin-starred restaurants my entire career. And then when it came time to open my own restaurant, I brought more of the restaurants that and the food experience of my home cooking, Jamaican food, Chinese food, you know, Japanese cuisine, Korean, like all different types of cuisine, and this is a very Toronto representative restaurant.
All right, everybody's wondering why we have this gigantic pineapple here. So these are a couple drinks,
So
right?
this is our party pineapple, and we serve it up really fun in style. And you get it when you come over here, and we're gonna do it up. And it's always a party, so it feels like a Jamaican beach shack in our restaurant
and what's
every night of the
served?
week.
What's inside?
Inside we have a mix of Prosecco and some tequila. We have pineapple juice, all different types, but it just feels like a party. And we even serve whole coconuts as well too. And then in there we actually have an option to drink it with rum or without rum. And then it's really nice because it's opened up and you can take a spoon and you can get all the jelly inside afterwards. And that's my favorite part.
I love it. Okay, so there's no alcohol in this one, but it's coconut water, which I love. Okay,
And then it's just refreshing. You know, it just feels like the Caribbean. That's the way that it should be.
Yay! And then, of course, the Jamaican patties.
We got Jamaican patties, but you can also find jerk chicken. You'll find chow mein. You'll find fried rice on our menu. I feel like we make one of the best fried chickens. It's something I'm deeply passionate about. There's so many different types of cuisine that went to make up what Jamaica is and cultures, and it's a very rich representation, just like in Toronto as well too.
Love it. Now, those are the patties that we made earlier,
Yes, they are. Can you tell which one you did and which one I did?
I can. Yours is perfect. Mine looks like it was baking in the sun too long.
So what's unique about our patties is all these different layers, and you really see them there, and it's that laminated dough. So the butter is in between and almost sandwiched in between the layers, and it puffs up like that, and that's what makes a flaky texture.
And then you have other versions here as well.
We do. We have some curry goat and potato. We have a vegan callaloo rundown. So we're not just taking any regular vegan patty. This is actually like slow simmered coconut milk with big flavors like ginger and scallion and thyme and like Scotch bonnet. And then we simmer that with some roasted corn and sweet potatoes and carrots. And it's you know, it's reimagined.
I love it. And then, of course, bring the dogs over to JunePlum, and you can get the dog version of this. And again, let's remind our viewers,
Patties for dogs.
Patties for dogs, but dog-friendly ingredients.
Absolutely, all dog-friendly ingredients, and you know, it's something that all our furry friends love.
Okay, and as we wrap up, we should mention again, you're one of the judges on MasterChef Canada, which you'll be able to see on Crave and Bell Media Properties. How fun was that experience for you?
It's the best. You know, it's a top quality crew.
Yeah.
Everybody is just so genuine and kind, and everyone's working together towards one solid goal, and that's the best thing you can ask for our team.
And were you impressed with all the contestants?
Super. Like I went into this like a fan, knowing that, you know, it's the magic of TV, but it's a real competition.
Yeah.
It's no joke. The 60 Minutes is 60 Minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and the grand prize, $100,000.
6 figures.
Yay! Okay, so I can't wait to find out who wins. Again, you can catch MasterChef Canada premieres this October. Check out Patois, next door JunePlum. Bring the dogs. They're going to love the patties. Craig, it was such a joy hanging out with you this morning.
You too. Gee,
Cheers.
cheers.
Oh, the party's already started.
There you go.